Thank you for joining us today for the Elementary Academic Derby. We're featuring Southwest Elementary and Silverdale Elementary. Our scorekeeper today is Erica Smith. We're glad that she's with us. And I'm Pam Thomas, and I will be your moderator. Let's meet our players, and then we can begin this derby.
Hi, I'm Chanel from Miss Gerganis' homeroom.
Hi, I'm Rihanna from Miss Colley's homeroom.
Hi, I'm Jason from Miss Colley's homeroom.
Hi, I'm Karina from Miss Gerganis' homeroom.
And Silverdale is coached by Rhonda Gregoire. Let's meet our players for Southwest. We'll start at that end.
My name is Clyde from Miss Gentry's homeroom.
My name is Elizabeth from Miss Mayer's homeroom.
My name is Luke from Mr. Smith's homeroom.
My name is Kaylee. I'm from Miss Gentry's homeroom.
The coach for Southwest is Dawn Pelletier. And we are ready to begin. 7 questions going to Southwest first, and the category is in math. What is the next number in this series? 4, 9, 14, 19, and what? What is the next number in this series? 4, 9, 14, 19, blank. Kaylee?
24.
It is 24. Good. Science. This is a lengthy question, so listen. The governors of Delaware, Connecticut, and Maryland shut down all of the state's highways for it, while New Jersey's governor told his population, if you do not have power, please do not choose today to tap into your creative juices and jerry-rig a solution. All of these state governors were planning for the expected effects of what Frankenstorm slamming the East Coast in October of 2012. Silverdale? And that would be Hurricane Sandy. English, listen to this sentence and tell me what form of the verb speak goes in the blank. I'm looking for the form of the verb speak. Yesterday, Mr. Smith blank to our class about his work as an astronomer. Yesterday, Mr. Smith blank to our class about his work as an astronomer. Luke, are you trying to ring in? Okay, go ahead.
Spoke.
Spoke is correct. History. He was the emperor of Rome when Jesus was crucified. Identify this ruler whose name was the middle name of Star Trek Captain James T. Kirk. Silverdale? And that would be Tiberius. Literature next. He and his offspring, Satan and Bonfire, are the subjects of more than a dozen novels by Walter Farley that tell how he came from the Arabian desert and was trained by Alec Ramsay to become the greatest racer of his time. Name this colorful fictional horse. Silverdale? And the book and the horse are the same name, the Black Stallion. Geography. Its website suggests traveling along the Crater Rim Drive if you don't have much time to see anything there. Give the 2-word name of this national park, whose first word is the state where it's located, and it's also home to Mauna Loa and Kilauea, among other natural phenomena. Silverdale? And that would be Hawaii is the state, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Final category, trivia. Since 1966, it has been supervised by the Department of Transportation. I didn't know this. States don't have to adopt it, but if they do, it can last only between the first Sunday in November and the middle of March. Name this concept that has given most of the U.S. the twice-a-year motto, spring ahead, fall back. Luke?
Daylight savings.
Say that one more time for me.
Daylight savings.
Daylight savings time. I didn't know that it was supervised by the Department of Transportation. So I learned something new today. Silverdale, 7 questions to you, and it is a math question. Give the 2 factors of the polynomial x squared equals 2x squared. And I don't know if this, I'm going to throw that question out because it's misprinted on here. Let me give you another question. And I've got one right here for you. And it's a math question. In football, you will have to move the ball 10 yards to get a first down. How many feet is that? In football, you have to move the ball 10 yards to get a first down. How many feet is that? Rihanna?
30.
30 feet it is. Good. Science. A new low-frequency model called LOFAR, LOFAR, has been studying the bubble of particles that come out of some black holes at about 100 megahertz. Name this device whose reflecting and refracting types both try to look as far into space as possible. Chanel?
Telescope.
Telescope it is. Some fancy words, wasn't it? For a plain old telescope, must be a really good telescope. English. Originally it described only a moral crime like adultery. Now it generally describes many crimes whose punishment is either death or more than a year in either state or federal custody. Give this legal term for any crime that is more serious than a misdemeanor. Southwest? Kaylee?
Homicide.
Well, homicide would be a type. I'm looking for the category, though. Can't give you another chance, Luke. It would have to come from Kaylee.
Oh, it has to come from me.
Well, if you have,
Would it be murder?
no, murder would be one too. We're looking for the category. It's a felony. You have misdemeanors, which are not always minor, but they are not felonies. Felonies are the top. Here you go. History. His general Bernardo was installed as King of Sweden in the early 1800s. Exiled to the island of Elba after his first period as leader of France, he died on the island of St. Helena in 1821. Name this dictator who sold the Louisiana Purchase to the United States. Southwest? He's always pictured when he's standing with his hand in his coat, Napoleon Bonaparte. Literature. Its main character chooses a bell from a reindeer's harness as the first Christmas gift and finds the bell can only be heard by those who believe in the spirit of Christmas. Name this award-winning story by Chris von Allsburg, made into a movie starring Tom Hanks, and whose title object is a train that goes to Santa's workshop. Rihanna?
The Polar Express.
The Polar Express it is, and I think old Luke knew that as well. And geography, last category. The world's longest river is in Africa. What is its name? Rihanna?
The Amazon River.
Not the Amazon. Let's move up to Southwest. Kai?
The Nile.
The Nile it is. Final category is in music. It's verse that talks about storm clouds far across the sea has never been as popular as its chorus. Name this classic song by Irving Berlin, sung at many baseball games since September 11th, that talks about the mountains, the prairies, and the oceans white with foam. Southwest? Kai?
Patriotic song.
No, it is a patriotic song, but we're looking for the title, and it is God Bless America. Very good. That is the end of our first round, and we will be right back following these announcements.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
2 points separates our score right now. We have 8 points for Southwest. Silverdale has 6. We have a bonus in this round, so you can pick up a few extra points. And we're looking forward to seeing that score increase for both teams. We have new participants for both teams, so let's start our introductions with Silverdale first.
Hi, I'm Tanner from Miss Gregor's homeroom.
Hi, I'm Hannah from Mr. Danis's homeroom.
And let's meet our new participants for Southwest.
Hi, my name is Eddie, and I'm in Miss Slater's homeroom.
Hi, my name is Carter. I'm from Miss Mayor's homeroom.
And welcome new players. We've reviewed our rules. We're ready to begin. Silverdale, first question goes to you, and it's a math question. Write down the following expression. 8 plus 7 minus 6 times 5 divided by 3. There are no parentheses in that. I'm going to repeat it, so write this down first. 8 plus 7 minus 6 times 5 divided by 3. Which calculation should be done first? Rihanna?
6 times 5.
6 times 5, multiply first. Here's your bonus. Oh, yeah, here's your bonus. And you're going to simplify this to an integer. This is pretty lengthy, so you may want to write this down. 5 parentheses 8 plus 7 minus 6 times 5 divided by 3 plus 7 minus 30 divided by 3 plus 8 plus 7 minus 10 close parentheses. Let me repeat it. It's lengthy. 5 parentheses 8 plus 7 minus 6 times 5 divided by 3 plus 8 plus 7 minus 30 divided by 3 plus 8 plus 7 minus 10, close your parentheses. It's pretty lengthy. Do you have an answer, Rihanna, for your team? I calculated the result, but I see that it was 85, but I see that it wants to simplify the expression, and I'll do that and give you that answer, okay? That was pretty lengthy. Southwest, music. Librettist Lorenzo de Point wrote the words for the operas Don Giovanni, The Marriage of Figaro, and the Così fan tutte. Kind of fancy. What legendary composer wrote the music for these three operas? Kaylee?
Beethoven?
Not Beethoven, but you're along the right tracks. Let's go down to Silverdale. Mozart. That would have been your next choice, I bet. Silverdale, science. The 4 largest satellites were discovered by Galileo in the year 1610. Name this planet that has these 4 satellites orbiting it. It is the largest planet in our solar system. Rihanna?
Jupiter.
It is Jupiter. For your bonus, what planet is 5th from the sun? Have an answer? Okay. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. Southwest, miscellaneous. Name the section of a daily newspaper where you would most likely find the scores to last night's, and this is a question probably from a long ago, from the Atlanta Braves game, and they didn't play last night. Luke?
The sports section?
That's it. Don't look so quizzical. That is right. It's the sports section. Here's your bonus. Where would you find the stock price of Apple Computer in a daily newspaper? Luke?
Technology section?
No, that's good answer. It is the business section. Silverdale Social Studies. 9 of the states that voted for George W. Bush in 2004 switched parties and voted for Barack Obama in 2008. 3 were in the West, 3 in the Midwest, and 3 in the South. Name any 4 of these 9 states. Chanel?
California.
2 more.
Nevada and Utah.
And can you give me 1 more?
Colorado.
I can't tell you which 2 you got right, but you got 2 of them right, but you didn't get the other 2. Good job. Let's go up to the southwest. Kaylee?
California, Utah, Georgia, and Nevada?
Well, you got 1 right. You got 1 right. It was Colorado. You could have named these. Colorado and Nevada, you did say, Chanel. It's Colorado, Nevada. You could have had any 4. Florida, New Mexico, Iowa, Indiana, good old North Carolina, Ohio, and Virginia. And that is the end of our second round. And we'll be right back with our third round in a bit.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
We have a tie match right now, 10-10. In this round, we have an interrupt penalty, and we also have a bonus that travels with the question. Just want to remind the team members that when you have the bonus, talk to your teammates. Nobody takes that bonus from you once you receive it. And these are true toss-up questions. Either team may ring in. But first, let's meet our new participant for Silverdale, and then we will go up to Southwest and meet the two new participants for them.
Hi, my name is Sean, and I am in Miss Gerganis's homeroom.
My name's Coulter, and I'm from Miss Gentry's homeroom.
My name's Elena, and I'm from Miss Mayer's homeroom.
Welcome. Y'all act just like pros on here. You didn't even have to have any cues, really, to do that. So great. True toss-up questions. Get your buzzers ready. Miscellaneous is the category. The Mayo Clinic has its own officially recommended diet. One of the 5 habits its diet tells you to break is eating while doing other activities at the same time. What is the biggest habit to break in that diet? Tanner?
Using your phone by driving?
No. That's a good one, though, but I hope you're not eating and doing that and driving. That's kind of big multitasking. Glad you answered. Let's go up to Southwest. Watching television, not eating while you're watching television. Geography teams, name this major U.S. city from its landmarks: Jimmy Carter Library and Museum, the King Center, and CNN Center. And that would be Atlanta, Georgia. Let's go to math terms. Math terms. Give the term used in dealing with circles and the distance from the center to any point on the circle. Coulter?
Angles?
Nope, that's a good try though. Silverdale? Tanner?
Circumference?
No, radius. The radius. History. What was the name of the First Lady that removed many heirlooms from the White House, including a portrait of George Washington during the War of 1812? And that would be Dolly Madison. Games. A Dutch team recently set a new record by knocking over more than 4 million of what dotted game pieces? Carter?
Dominoes?
It is dominoes. And here is your bonus. What board game has an apology for a name? Carter, give you answer to Coulter.
Sorry.
Sorry. Good. Spelling. Spell this commonly misspelled word. Existence. Existence. Chanel?
EXISTENSE.
Spell that one more time.
EXCISTENSE.
That's incorrect, but it's a very good try. Southwest? Correct spelling is EXISTENCE. South, I'm getting ready to call a name out. Literature. One of the North Carolina Battle of the Books was A Long Walk to Water. Who wrote this book? A Long Walk to Water. And that would be Linda Sue Park. Music. How should a set of 3/8 notes, how should a set of 3/8 notes with a 3 over them be played? And that would be as a triplet. Math question, teams. I like this question. Give the minimum number of coins needed to create 99 cents using no coin larger than a quarter. Give the minimum number of coins needed to create 99 cents using no coin larger than a quarter. Coulter?
44.
That's incorrect, but I'm glad you guessed. Silverdale?
18.
That's close. That's incorrect as well. It is 9. 9, 3 quarters, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies. Excuse me. And that is the end of our third round, and we will be back with our final score and closing announcement. See you in a bit.
Hey Gabby, how you doing? How's the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
We had a great match today. I always enjoy doing this, and the kids did really wonderful. We had some lengthy questions today, so you had to really have on some listening ears as I read those questions. We finished with Silverdale with 10 points and Southwest with 16. And I'd like to have a big round of applause for yourselves. You did a great job. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you'll stay tuned. We'll have another match featuring Clyde, Erwin, and Parkwood. So hopefully we'll see you in a few minutes.
When it comes to saving money,
What? Parents!
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting. This is so humiliating.
Be the boss.
I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap. You were saying.
And make a budget.
Let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Thank you for joining us for our second match of today. We're featuring Silverdale and Clyde Erwin Elementary Schools. Let's meet our players for Silverdale.
I'm Jason from Miss Colley's homeroom.
I'm Rihanna from Miss Colley's homeroom.
I'm Miranda from Miss Gregor's homeroom.
I'm Chanel Berry from Mr. Gaines' homeroom.
And the coach for Silverdale is Rhonda Gregoire. Let's meet our players for Clyde Erwin.
I'm Mariah from Miss Willover's class.
I'm Sarah from Miss Schlegger's class.
I'm Malachi from Miss Abney's class.
I'm Jonathan from Miss Willover's class.
And welcome players, ready to begin. 7 questions going to Clyde Erwin first. The category is math. What is the greatest common factor of 23 and 92? What is the greatest common factor of 23 and 92? Let's go to Silverdale. The correct answer is 23. Science. It is a result of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide reaching in the atmosphere with water and sunlight. Its result over time can be damaging to buildings, statues, aquatic life, and forest. Give the 2-word term for this non-basic type of precipitation. Malachi?
Acid rain.
That is it. That sounds like a rock song, doesn't it? Acid rain. Here you go, spelling. Have you made a decision about which book you're going to check out? Spell decision. Silverdale? Correct answer is D-E-C-I-S-I-O-N. Malachi, I bet you had that, didn't you? History. During the 30 years he led the Soviet Union, many cities changed their names to honor him, partly because, perhaps, they were afraid not to. Name this short dictator with a big mustache who succeeded Lenin and kept power by killing millions of people who might have tried to stop him. Silverdale? Rihanna?
Hitler?
It's not Hitler, but he is short and he had a mustache. It was a small mustache. This is a big mustache. Short dictator, Joseph Stalin. Literature. It gave us the phrase, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path," and the phrase, "out of the mouths of babes." Name this Old Testament book of poetry, largely written by King David, whose 23rd of its 150 chapters gives us the phrases, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, and the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." What is this book of the Old Testament? Silverdale? I know that you have heard the 23rd Psalm. Psalms is the book. Geography. Which state borders Indiana on the north? Hold on a minute, Chanel. It's their question first. Okay, now Chanel, would you like that?
Michigan?
Michigan it is. Final category is in sports. Originally presented by the Downtown Athletic Club, only one defensive player has ever won it. The vast majority of winners are running backs or quarterbacks like former Baylor star Robert Griffin III, who now plays for the Washington Redskins. Name this trophy given annually to America's best college football player. Silverdale? And that would be the Heisman Trophy. Silverdale, math question for you. Add the following numbers and tell me the sum. 3,478 and 8,175. I'm going to repeat the numbers. 3,478 and 8,175. Rihanna?
11,653.
That is correct. Great. Science. In optics, it is measured in diopters. In other branches of science, it can be measured in horsepower. Give this physical quality, defined as work per unit of time, whose SI unit is the watt. What are we measuring? Clyde, Erwin? Malachi?
Speed.
Sir?
Speed.
No, but you're on the right track. Power. We're measuring power. English. The verbs swim, spin, drink, fling, and sink all have an irregular past participle in which the letter I changes to what other vowel? I'll repeat the verbs. Swim, spin, drink, fling, and sink. It's Silverdale's question right now, Malachi. Rihanna?
E.
Not E. Malachi?
Y.
No, U. Swim, swum, spin, spun. History. One theory of their existence is that when people who had never seen a horse first saw a man riding a horse, they thought the man and the horse were just one creature together. Name this group of mythological beings, including the Chiron, that all have human heads and torsos, but the lower body is that of a horse. Clyde, Erwin? Malachi?
Pegasus.
No, centaurs. Centaurs. I'm glad y'all are guessing. Don't feel bad. Just keep guessing. Literature. Kind of appropriate to have this question today. It includes the planets Ural and Camazotz, as well as the angels Mrs. Who and Mrs. Which. It tells of a boy named Charles and his neighbor Calvin, who travel through a tesseract of space to battle a cosmic evil led by the giant brain It. Name this Newbery-winning novel by Madeleine L'Engle. Rihanna?
A Wrinkle in Time.
A Wrinkle in Time. I think that comes out this week, doesn't it? Big article in the paper yesterday about Mrs. L'Engle. Geography. Between 1875 and 1900, the eruption of its Aska volcano caused the immigration of thousands of its citizens, leaving it as the most sparsely populated country in Europe. Name the small country northeast of Greenland and northwest of England whose capital city is Reykjavik. Chanel?
Norway.
No, but very close. Clyde, Erwin? And it would be Iceland. And final category, music. Concertos written for it include one by Dvorak, one by Schumann, and two by Haydn. And set of 6 suites by Johann Sebastian Bach. Identify the stringed instrument played today by Yo-Yo Ma that is pitched higher than a string bass but lower than a viola. Jason?
Guitar.
Not the guitar, but I'm glad you named an instrument. Let's move up to Clyde. Erwin? Sarah?
Violin.
Not the violin, it is the cello. It's the cello. That is the end of our first round, and we'll be right back in just a second.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Well, we're back with our second round. Let me share the score. Right now, the score is separated by 4 points. Clyde Erwin has 2 points, and Silverdale has 6. In this particular round, remember, these are alternating questions, and you do get a bonus if you answer the question correctly the first time it's asked. But the bonus doesn't pass with the question, so you can pick up a few extra points. We have new participants. Want you to meet them, a full new set of participants for Silverdale. Let's start there.
My name is Sean, and I'm in Miss Gerganis's class.
My name is Hannah, and I'm Miss Gerganis's homeroom. I'm Tanner from Mr. Clyde's homeroom.
Hi, I'm Karina from Miss Gerganis's homeroom.
And let's meet one new participant I think is on Clyde Erwin's team.
Hi, my name is Xavier. I'm from Miss Sammy's homeroom class.
Great. Welcome new players. Ready to begin. These are alternating questions. And Silverdale, you received the first question. Ready? Foreign money. Recently in Canada, they have stopped producing one coin. What coin is no longer produced in Canada? Clyde Erwin? Sarah?
Penny.
The penny. Now, you don't get the bonus, but you get the next question. Science. A group of them is called a crash. Identify this mammal known for the thick plates on its body, for its poor eyesight that often causes it to charge, and for its 1 or 2 long nose horns. Malachi?
Rhino.
The rhinoceros, or the rhino. Good. Now here is your bonus. What is the grouping of crows called? Malachi, got a guess for your team? Now remember, y'all can talk to each other during this bonus. Okay, sorry about that. And it's called a murder of crows. That would be interesting to find out why that's called that. Silverdale, English. What continent does not contain an A? Spell continent. Sean?
C-O-N-T-I-N-E-N-T.
That is correct. For your bonus, what continent does not contain an A? Hannah, I've got a guess.
Russia.
Ma'am? Okay, sorry. It is Europe. Ah, Europe. Literature. In the novel Smells Like Dog, what has been placed in the dog's collar? Clyde Erwin. Malachi?
Socks.
Speak up.
Socks.
No, that's not right. Let's move down to Silverdale. A gold coin. Math question, Silverdale. How many minutes are in 1/6 of an hour? How many minutes are in 1/6 of an hour? Sean?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, you're right. Here's your bonus. How many minutes are in 2/3 of an hour?
45.
Go ahead, Hannah.
40.
40 minutes is correct. Hannah, the first answer you gave, I couldn't hear you, but the first answer you gave was 45. They have it on tape, so that answer was the second answer I couldn't accept. Clyde Erwin, elephant. Science. Manatees are closely related to what large herbivore that never forgets? Malachi?
Elephant.
That is correct. For your bonus, a manatee is also called a sea cow. What is a baby manatee called? Malachi?
A calf.
A calf, good. Sports for Silverdale. Hockey and figure skating are two ice sports with which similar piece of equipment? Karina?
Ice skate.
Ice skates. And for your bonus, what is the difference between hockey skates and figure skates? Hannah?
Their plates are thinner.
That's not really the correct answer, but that's a great answer. I might have thought of that. You know, their blades are different, but the figure skates have little picks on them to hold into the ice. Clyde Erwin, history. The original U.S. flag was adopted on what date? I need the month and the day, or you could just give me the year. Silverdale? And you could have said June 14th, that's Flag Day, or the year was 1777. And that is the end of our second round, and we'll be back with our final round after these announcements.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you.
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand.
Ah, there you go. Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking?
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Well, we're back for the final round of this match, and right now we have a tie score, 12-12. In this round, we do have the interrupt penalty, and we also know the bonus passes with the question. True toss-up questions, either team may ring in, so get those buzzers ready, your thinking caps on. First question's in music. Some play the violin and some play the fiddle. Is there a difference in this instrument? Malachi?
No.
No, there's not. a difference. They're the same, they're just played differently. Here's your bonus. What is the person who makes a violin called? Sarah, give your answer to Malachi.
A violinist?
No, that's a person who plays a violin. This is a luthier is the one who makes violins. Math question, teams. An irregular polygon can be divided into a section that is square, one that is rectangular, one that is triangular, and one that is circular. Give the area of the square section if it measures 5 inches on each side. Chanel?
20.
That's incorrect. That's a very good guess. Malachi?
25.
25 square inches. And here is your bonus. Give the area of the rectangular section if it measures 7 inches by 4 inches. Malachi?
28.
28 is correct. Teams literature. In the novel Love, Ruby Lavender, what is the motto that Mrs. Eula is known for? And her motto is, life does go on. English. What is the most common word in the English language? Is it a, the, or to? Karina?
2.
Sorry?
2.
No, that's incorrect. I'm glad you used one of those choices. Let's move up to Clyde, Erwin, Xavier.
A.
No, I'm glad you used one of those choices as well. It is the. Inventors. What famous American invented the assembly line production? His company also produced the Tin Lizzie, or Model T, as it is more rightly known. Old Henry Ford. Science. If a volcano has been quiet for a very long time, it is what? Sarah?
Extinct.
It's not extinct. Let's go down to Silverdale. Karina?
Inactive.
Well, it's inactive, and I'm going to accept that, or you could have said dormant, because it can come back and be active. It's inactive. Here's your bonus. The hot stuff that comes out of a volcano after you see it on the ground is known as what? Chanel?
Magma.
No, it's lava. Lava. Geography. Haiti shares this island with the Dominican Republic. What is the name of this island? Hispaniola. Math question, teams. An irregular polygon can be divided into a section that is square, one that is rectangular, one that is triangular, and one that is circular. Given the area of the triangular section, if its base is 9 inches and its height is 8 inches, what is the area? Xavier?
72.
Not 72. Very good try. Let's go down to Silverdale. Sean?
17.
Not 17. It's 36. You forgot the formula. 1/2 BH. 1/2 times the base times the height. Movies. A scientist who loses his son creates a robot that looks like his son. This robot is the title character of what 2009 animated movie which was set in Metro City? Malachi?
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy. That's right. And for your bonus, Dr. Tenma is the scientist that lost his son. What is his son's name? Have an answer? I like Johnny, but it's Toby. And that is the end of our second round, and we'll be right back in just a minute.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
You know, that match went so fast, I was thinking the last round that we played was the second round instead of the third. So we're here at the end of our match, and we have a total of 36 points scored. Final score for each team: Clyde Erwin had 22 points, Silverdale had 14. Great game. Round of applause for yourself. Good job. We hope that you'll stay tuned. We're having a third match today, which is a real treat. We'll feature Parkwood and Clyde Erwin Elementary. So hopefully you'll join us in a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great admiration to award the Marine Chevrolet Cadillac Woman of the Year, Onslow County School Board Chair, Pam Thomas.
Thank you very much to the chamber and to all the people in this room. I really am not worthy of this honor. Many of you are, and I'm sure that you will be here sooner or later because you certainly deserve it as well. I would like to first thank my God for giving me the strength, amen, and giving me a servant's heart. My mom is 91 years old, and she's here at her home, but she couldn't be here, I'm sure, or she would have been, because you would have invited her. But I do owe everything that I am to the model that she and my father gave to us children and said to us a long time ago that if we would act as a servant of the people, we would be rich beyond any money in the world. And I enjoy what I do. I believe in this community. I know that you believe in it too. And I hope that we will work together to continue to make Onslow County the best city and county in the state. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you for joining us for the third match of today. We're having Parkwood and Clyde Erwin Elementary Schools. And we know that we want to meet our players right away so we can begin. We'll start our introductions with Parkwood.
Hi, I'm Noel from Miss Moncrief's home base.
I'm Glenn Elliott from Miss Moncrief home base.
I'm James from Miss Moncrief's home base.
I'm Marissa McDonough from Miss Moncrief's home base.
And the coach for Parkwood is Mickey Starchula. Let's meet our players for Clyde Erwin.
I'm Jonathan, and I'm in Miss Willover's class.
I'm Sarah. I'm from Miss Schlager's class.
I'm Malachi. I'm from Miss Abney's class. Mariah from Miss Willover's class.
And ready to go, teams. Clyde Erwin, first question's yours. First 7 questions are yours. First, math question. Multiply the number of arms on an octopus by the number of sides in a hexagon. and then add the number of quarters in a dollar. I'm going to repeat it. Multiply the number of arms on an octopus by the number of sides in a hexagon, and then add the number of quarters in a dollar. Jonathan?
52.
52 it is. Science. It is combined with carbon to make drill bits used in mining and has the highest melting point of any metallic element. It is also used to make the filament in an ordinary light bulb. Name this chemical element called Wolfram in German, whose symbol is a capital W. Parkwood? And the W probably misled you a little bit. It's tungsten. It's tungsten. English. Tell me the correct form of the verb write to put in the blank in this sentence. I'm looking for the form of the verb write. Yesterday, I blank a thank you note to my Aunt Doris. Jonathan?
Wrote.
Wrote is correct. History. Conquered by the British in the early 1800s. It has been ruled by military for most of the last 50 years. Name this Asian country whose new capital territory is Naypyidaw, has replaced its former capital, Yangon. Malachi?
Asia.
Speak up.
Asia.
No, that's incorrect. Let's go to Parkwood. And that would be Myanmar, or you could have said Burma. Literature. Its details of the 19th century Dutch family life and history are really amazing, especially considering that Mary Mapes Dodge had never been to Holland. Name this children's novel where the good deeds of Greta and her brother restore their father's health and bring them good fortune. Parkwood? And the correct answer is Hans Brinker or the Silver Skates. Geography. Name the Asian nation that has President Xi Jinping as its leader since November 15th, 2012. Parkwood? China. The last category is in trivia, Clyde Erwin. In 1995, it bought its biggest competitor from Ralston Purina, who had been making its most popular brands. Less than a decade later, it filed for bankruptcy. Name this firm, once known as Interstate Banking Company, that declared bankruptcy again in 2012 after many years of making Wonder Bread, Dolly Madison fruit pies, Ding Dongs, and my favorite, Twinkies. Malachi?
Little Debbie.
Sir?
Little Debbie.
No, that's incorrect. Let's go down to Parkwood. And that would be Hostess. Parkwood, 7 questions to you. Math question first. What time is 45 minutes later than 8:45? What time is 45 minutes later than 8:45? Noel?
5:30.
How much?
5:30.
That's incorrect. Let's go up to Clyde Erwin. Jonathan?
9:30.
9:30. You were going backwards, Nicole. Not earlier. You were going earlier is what you were doing. Science. Which planet in the solar system is the largest, second largest? Which planet is the second largest? Marissa?
Mars.
Not Mars, but I'm glad to use one of those planets. Clyde, Erwin? Malachi?
Saturn.
Saturn is right. Spelling. Each column of the chart contains different information. Spell column. Glenn?
C-O-L-U-M-N.
That is correct. Now let me caution you, this is your first round. Once you start spelling a word, we are not supposed to let you go back and start over, so make sure you give me, I'm going to give you credit, but make sure that you spell that all in one time. That is correct. History. Who was this genius with the appearance of a mad scientist? He was a physicist and he discovered the theory of relativity. Malachi?
Einstein.
It was Einstein. Literature. Mercutio is the first of 6 characters to die in this Shakespearean tragedy. Based on an Italian story and set in Verona, this play tells about the feud between the Capulets and the Montagues. Name this Shakespeare tragedy that ends with the death of its title lovers. Marissa?
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet is correct. Geography. Several important rivers begin in the state of Colorado. Which one of these rivers does not start there? Which one does not start in Colorado? The Colorado River, the Platte River, the Arkansas, or the Ohio? Noel?
The Ohio.
The Ohio River. Good. And trivia. From the Latin word for barricade, give the 7-letter word for a ban on trade placed on one country by another. Clyde, Erwin? And embargo is the correct term, embargo. That is the end of our first round. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Right now we have a score of separated by 4 points. We have Clyde, Erwin with 10 points and Parkwood with 6. We know the rules and we know that we're going to have a bonus available in this round so you can get a few extra points. We have a whole new set of participants for Parkwood. We want to meet them. And let's start right here.
My name is Anna from Miss Krawchuk's home base. My name is Dylan from Miss Moncrief's home base.
My name is Isabella from Miss Moncrief's home base.
My name is Cameron from Miss Krawchuk's home base.
And welcome new players you're not for Clyde, Erwin, for Parkwood. Now let's meet our new participant for Clyde, Erwin.
I'm Xavier from Miss Amney's home.
And welcome, Xavier. Ready to begin. Parkwood, first question's yours. Miscellaneous is the category. So that could be anything. Here you go. The event that I will tell you about happened on December 25th. The Santa Maria ship in his fleet ran aground at Haiti on Christmas 1492. Who ran this fleet? Clyde Erwin? And that would be Christopher Columbus. Clyde Erwin, English. What does the acronym FX mean? Parkwood? Cameron?
Effects.
What kind of effects?
Special effects.
Special effects. Good job. You don't get the bonus this round, but you get the next question in literature. The novel Ungifted is about a troublemaker. What is the troublemaker's name? Clyde Erwin? Malachi?
Timmy.
I can't hear you, son. You're going to have to speak up.
Timmy.
No, his name is Curtis, Donovan Curtis. Good try. Clyde Erwin, math. 5 points in a data set are, you need to write these down, 12, 36, 51, 29, and 12. Let me repeat them. 5 points in a data set are 12, 36, 51, 29, and 12. Find the median of the set. Malachi?
36.
Not 36. Nice try. Let's go down to Parkwood. Cameron?
51.
No, 29. It's the third highest. Remember, you put them in order, rank them, and then here you go. Parkwood birds. Identify this common bird. Native Americans ate a lot of them. This bird is widely sold for Thanksgiving. What bird is it? Dylan?
Turkey.
Turkey, that's right. Good. Here's your bonus. The legend from North Germany tells us that a large white bird delivers babies to humans. This bird will also nest on the housetops, which is thought to bring good luck. What is the name of this bird? Cameron, you'll need to give your bonus answer to Dylan.
Stork.
That's right. Good. Clyde Erwin, history. Name the leader that had power in the middle of World War II. He was the dictator of Germany. Let's go down to Parkwood. Dylan?
Hitler.
Hitler it is. Parkwood science. A white oak tree takes about 20 years to begin producing. What small, hard objects that are commonly produced by oak trees? Dylan?
Acorns.
Acorns is right. And for your bonus, what is the most common animal you will see eating acorns? Dylan?
Squirrel.
The squirrel. Yes. Clyde Erwin, social studies. It features 3 heroes of the Civil War riding their horses. Identify this famed Georgia sculpture named for its location. Parkwood? It's Stone Mountain. Parkwood spelling. Hypocrisy is commonly misspelled, and it means the state of claiming to possess characteristics that one lacks. Spell hypocrisy. Clyde Erwin? Go ahead, Xavier. I can't repeat that. I can't repeat it. The correct spelling is I just sent it to them. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Clyde Erwin colors. Give the general color for this shade of canola crayon. Cotton candy, scarlet, magenta. Jonathan?
Pink.
Pink, or you could have said red. Here's your bonus, Clyde Erwin. What is the color, general color for this shade of Crayola crayon? Asparagus, tropical rainforest, and electric lime. Malachi?
Green.
It is green. And we won't get to that question until next round, Parkwood. I'll give you a hint. The first category for next round, whoever rings in, will be English, will be the category. And that's the end of round 2. We'll be right back in just a bit.
La 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 la, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
Well, we've got a pretty good match going here. We have a total of 38 points scored so far, 16 for Clyde Erwin, 22 for Parkwood. In this round, we have that dreaded interrupt penalty as well as a bonus that can travel with the question. So, a chance to get a lot of extra points in this round. Everybody knows the category. It is English. Give the word that has a multiple meaning, a time in the past, or a punctuation mark. Xavier?
Future.
Not future. Let's go down to Parkwood. Marissa?
Period.
Period. Okay, that's correct. The answer for that was period. Let's go to the bonus question. And again, this word has multiple meanings. On a ship, the left side, as a noun, a place for a ship to stay when not sailing. Dylan?
Harbor.
No, that's incorrect. I'm sorry that I'm smiling because I saw that they were all talking to you. And it's port, the port side. That's okay. Shake that off and let's go to the next question. Math teams. John takes a $20 bill to an Atlanta Braves game, thinking that that's enough to buy a lot of food. Then he sees the prices. How much do 2 hot dogs at $4.50 each cost? How much do 2 hot dogs cost? And they're $4.50 a piece. Jonathan?
$9.
$9 is right. A little pricey. Your bonus, if he bought 2 hot dogs, how much money would he have left from his $20 bill? Malachi?
$11.
$11. Music theory. This type of scale might begin with the notes C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, and F. What is the name of this scale? Cameron?
The pentatonic scale.
I can't accept that, but that's a good answer. Let's go up to Clyde Erwin. It's the chromatic scale that goes from all the notes are played, 12 notes are played from the lowest to the highest. Science. The linearenal ligament in your body connects your spleen to what other organ that processes your body's waste products? Malachi?
The large intestine.
That's incorrect. Let's go down. Cameron?
The esophagus.
No, it's the kidney. The kidney. Movies. He is the warthog in the movie The Lion King. What is his name? Malachi?
Simone. Dang.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Let's go down to Clyde, Parkwood. Poobah. History. His period bouts of insanity, which eventually became permanent, have been attributed to a disorder called porphyria. Named this British king who ruled between 1760 and 1820, a span that included the American Revolution. Malachi?
King George.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
King George.
I need to know what number King George was. Well, it's a good guess. Let's go to Parkwood. Dylan?
King George III?
It is King George III. Here's your bonus. Name King George III married Princess Charlotte of Mecklenburg and had 15 children. Did the couple meet at a ball on the day of their wedding or horseback riding? This is your bonus. Cameron, give your answer to Dylan.
Horseback riding.
That was a great answer. Incorrect. It was on the day of their wedding. And that is the end of our final round. Good job, y'all. We'll be right back with our closing announcements and final score. See ya.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
This really was a close match, and it's good when you see the teams moving back and forth in the point structure and getting close to each other. We ended with a total of 48 points scored today. Clyde Erwin finished with 22 points and Parkwood with 26 points. Great match, and very nice children that you have to work with, coaches, so thank you so much. Big round of applause for yourself. You did all the work. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you'll join us next week. We'll feature 2 other matches, and we love to see you, so join us then. Have a good day.